Hey guys, welcome back. Beretta 9mm USA here. And what you have in front of you is maybe the best 1911 I've ever handled and had the opportunity to purchase. This is the Baer stainless steel custom carry. Comes in this cardboard box. Very simple box that it comes in, but it doesn't mean that what's inside is not very special. Opens up like this, and the first thing you see under here is the pistol. Absolutely beautiful. This is the stainless steel version of their custom carry. Inside the box not only comes the pistol, but also something sent to you by Baer. So you get a bushing wrench. It comes with a Baer patch, very widely known for Baer products. Also a signed certificate of authenticity. So all the gunsmiths have signed this certificate. This is their actual signatures. It's not just a copy. Thought that was kind of cool. They give you specific break-in instructions. You may not be able to see this, but it says, due to the close tolerances between the slide and frame, please do not remove the lubricant that is evident on the pistol. Normal break-in period for your custom pistol is approximately 200 to 300 rounds with the lubricant left on the gun. So in other words, do not break down this gun for the first 300 rounds, which is considered the normal break-in period. I thought that was kind of cool. Disassembly manual, Baer custom 1911s. Nice pictures. I actually had not opened this yet. Takes you through it step by step. That's kind of cool. Nice little manual. Awesome. Anyway, I need to register it. There's a reason why we call them custom guns. That looks really good in the camera here. There's a price list along with the whole catalog of all the different ones they offer. 1911 Boss.
So which 1911 are you looking at getting next from Baer, if you're happy with this?
If it keeps going like this, I'd like to get that SRP 1911 from Baer down the road a little ways. There's a Thunder Ranch one, Shooting USA, Ultimate Tactical Carry.
Which is what the old 1911 has?
Yeah, he has that Ultimate Tactical Carry.
Another sweet 1911 from Baer.
Right. They also have different sizes, so if you want one that's more, you know, the officer's carry model type size.
They also have commander size 1911s.
I'm just looking through it to see if they have the SRP in here. There's a price guide. Breaks down each component if you need to order it individually.
There it is.
There it is right there. The Baer 1911 SRP.
So it comes with a display case. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, comes in this wooden display case with a glass top on it. I'm not sure how well that's going to ship, but it goes through everything. So anything that you can find on their webpage, you can also find in this book. They make some AR rifles too. My understanding is they're pretty friggin' expensive.
And very high quality though.
Yeah. And this Baer custom 25th anniversary, young Brett and I were looking at it saying, well, God, that would be nice, until I saw the $7,000 price sticker, and that's not my price range. Anyway, there's some clothing stuff in the back and hats and whatnot. Alright, enough about that. So they come with some mags, some Baer mags. I find them to be okay quality, not quite as nice as these CobraMags, which our friend, the old 1911, recommended, these CobraMags. Check out his channel if you haven't done it yet. He runs a great channel over there. And he has a lot of not only 1911 handguns, but also revolvers, Smith & Wessons, and different things. Great channel.
The link to his channel will be in the description box below.
So anyway, it's a decent magazine that's sent with it, but I do believe this is an upgrade. You can see how flat the follower is. in these CobraMags. So anyway, I added a bunch of CobraMags to go with this 1911. If I was going to do it, I wanted to make sure I did it right with the best magazine that I could find. And so we ordered a bunch of those. So I do find them a little bit better than the Les Baer mags, but the Les Baer mags did work fine, no problem. So I have used these Les Baer magazines a couple times already, and there were no issues with them. So as far as I know, you know, it's good quality stuff, but I did want to add a bunch of these CobraMags because I do believe they are some of the best out there. So if you own a 1911, just gives you something to consider, right? At least try out a couple of these CobraMags and see what you think.
And you've owned quite a few different 1911 mags. You've owned Kimber mags. You've owned pretty much all the Wilson Combat mags except for the latest Larry Vickers Wilson Combat magazine. That is $55.
Yeah, that's true. I've owned several, and I gotta say, so far, I think with my limited experience with these CobraMags, I'm very impressed. So, like I said, try a couple of them out. What are they?
$38.
Yeah, so they do run a little bit, but I think it might be worth it for you 1911 lovers out there to at least give it a try. Buy one or two and see what you think. So, as I said before, this is the Les Baer stainless steel custom carry. The wood grips on the pistol are made from Cocobolo premium wood. They're really nicely textured and they give a great grip in your hand as you're handling the pistol. Just really nicely done there. The 30 lines per inch. Front strap checkering, which is hand done, is absolutely phenomenal. Just a great texture to it, and it helps bite into your hand a little bit, but it's not painful at all when you're gripping the pistol. It really makes for a great grip when you're holding this 1911. Very nice beaver tail on it. Commander style hammer right here. The back on the steel rear mainspring is straight serrations. Notice it does have a safety on both sides. A little bit smaller on this side over here compared to for a righty over here. Be really easy to hit with your thumb over here. I did notice, you know, there's a little bit of gap. The Les Baer 1911s are hard fit when they're put together. So that means that they are a little bit tight when you first are using them or shooting them, but there is a little bit of gap to help in its operations when you're firing the handgun. And this is their Les Baer speed trigger. So once the trigger hits the wall right here, it's a 4-pound pull, and it just falls. So it's not ultra light, which I actually appreciate. I like it to be closer to 4 pounds than some people that like it at 2 3/4 or 3 1/4 pounds. 4 pounds is just about perfect for me. I actually have to put a little bit of effort into the trigger to get the 1911 to fire. I like that about it.
So what's the reset like?
Try to get this in the camera here. That's it. I mean,
so it's very audible.
Oh my god, it's audible and it's tactile, and it's just a little bit of a give and you're there. So it's pretty excellent. Cocking serrations in the front and in the back. It does help you get a good grip right there, be it on the front or the back. Really well done. Again, this is done by hand, guys. Just really nice.
And the custom carry also has Trijicon Novak night sights.
Yeah.
Which are pretty bright. What do you think of them?
Yeah, I think they're pretty good. You know, now that I'm getting a little bit older, I have to take a little bit extra time to try to pick up that front sight, but I find it excellent on the carry model. So if you wanted to carry it, you had night sights on there too. So this Les Baer stainless steel custom carry is a government size 1911, full size. They do make some smaller ones if you're interested in something like that. They call them the Stinger. Tight fit, but not too tight. No problems, right? Just beautiful, really tight. Hand built, hand put together by just a couple of gunsmiths. Each part is finely tuned and polished by the gunsmiths there at Les Baer. So all the corners on the Les Baer Custom are rounded, and it makes it a little bit easier for carry. Also, it has a tuned internal extractor.
So it's true to John Browning's original design.
Right, there is no external extractor like there is on my 6-hour 1911 pistols.
Or your Smith & Wesson.
Right, that's true. And it's got a ported and flared ejection port right there.
Also, the feeding ramp on this 1911 is polished straight from Les Baer. So supposedly it's going to run carry rounds very well. We probably will make a video in the future of shooting a bunch of hollow points through it.
And they actually do that from the factory too. Les Baer is, and I don't know, maybe other people do it. Maybe Wilson does it too, or Nighthawk. They might do a bit of hollow points in their testing too. But every one of these pistols, and it's dirty from shooting it, every one of these pistols has a bunch of hollow points fired through it before it leaves the factory.
From what I heard, they shoot Remington Golden Sabres and also Federal HSTs or Hydroshocks from the factory.
Yeah, I think that's true.
So what do you think of the roll marking of the Baer Custom and then 45 ACP on the other side of the 1911?
I like it. There it is there. I think that looks really nice. And then it's just, it's a little bit more plain. It's not as fancy as some of the Wilson Combats or the Nighthawk Customs. It's just a little bit more plain, but I'm okay with that.
Like the Super Grade, it had serrations on the top of the slide to reduce glare.
That's true. And this has more of a brushed stainless up here. So this is kind of a brushed, and I don't know how they do that, but it does seem to reduce glare, and as opposed to it being a little bit more shiny, over here. Sorry about all the prints, guys. But yeah, so I think that brushed look does cut back a little bit on glare and help you pick up the sights a little bit faster. So just quickly, I want to talk about cost. Obviously, when I finally decided to step up to this type of quality of a pistol, I expected to pay more. I must tell you that these Baer Custom 1911s are very aggressively priced compared to Wilson Combat or Nighthawk. I can't remember anything else that I looked at. I think those are the two main ones that I was looking at.
STI also.
I glanced at some STI.
And also the Springfield TRP.
But I was looking at Dan Wesson's too, $1,700, $1,800 for some of the really nice Dan Wesson 1911s. I do consider this to be a large step up from those, but the cost was only $300 more. So I found this 1911 to be very aggressively priced at $2,150 and very comparable to 1911s that cost anywhere from $3,200 to $4,800.
Yeah, because we did actually look at a Wilson Combat Super Grade. And
it looked a little bit more fancy on the outside. If that's what, some buyers want, I understand that. I'm trying to get the biggest bang for my buck. And for this 1911 to be $2,150, I don't think I could get much better than that. It almost fell in my price range. I would almost, give up 2 or 3 other guns to own this, especially now that I know how nice it shoots and how well I like it. I would have very easily given up 2 or 3 other guns to buy this 1911. So if you're looking at a 1911 and you want to step up instead of getting an entry-level gun, you've got to consider this. Hopefully your dealer stocks them. Key Sporting Goods, which is where I bought this 1911, he had 4 or 5 in stock.
In the display case alone.
And he also carries 5 or 6 Wilson Combats, and he had 3 or 4 Nighthawks there. He also carries 3 or 4 or 5 different Colts. So I was looking at some of the upper end Colts also.
He also has Ed Browns and...
Yeah, he had some Ed Browns there too. So I was looking at a bunch of different stuff. I didn't just go there and buy the first one I came across. We spent hours looking at these, probably driving the guys at Key Sporting Goods kind of crazy, but they do like to help us, and they do know we're pretty serious customers. So they were happy to give up the time, and I spent almost 2.5, 3 hours looking at a bunch of different 1911s.
You were pretty dead set on getting a Springfield until I convinced you otherwise to look at a couple other 1911s like the Dan Wessons, and then we ended up looking at the Les Baers.
Well, the reason why was because I was looking at an upper end 1911, but I wasn't, at that point in time, I wasn't sold on the idea of going all the way up to a custom 1911. But the closer I looked at the upper end, middle range 1911s, if you will, the closer and closer I got to a Les Baer price. And so then I ended up buying the Les Baer.
So you were looking at the semi-custom 1911s, and then you ended up going with a true custom 1911.
Right, which only ran about $300 or $400 more. So I think I made the right decision. We're really looking forward to shooting this a lot, guys. You're going to see several shooting videos with this pistol being used. Anyone who's in the market for a 1911 that starts to get into the $1,300, $1,400, $1,500 price range, do yourself a favor and look at one of these Les Baers that are priced around $2,000. The all black version of this pistol was at Key Sporting Goods for $1,850 or $1,899.
Yep.
So again, that's just barely above what the Dan Wesson 1911s are selling for.
Like the Valor.
Yeah, and this is a Series 70. So, you know, a lot of guys out there, hey, we want to get a Series 70. I don't want a SIG. I don't want any of these other makers that are selling Series 80 pistols. We want a Series 70. Well, this will do that for you too.
Yep, as you can see, it is not a Series 80. It also does not have a full-length guide rod. It's got a GI guide rod.
Yeah, so it has a lot more traditional features than some 1911s that you're going to find out there. There are more traditional features on this, which I know pleases a lot of the 1911 enthusiasts out there. Anyway, take a look at the gun. If you're in the market, I highly suggest you take a look at this one. I am not sorry I purchased it whatsoever. I think it was money well spent. Maybe someday I'll be in a position where I can add another one. Obviously, it's still expensive, so I need to kind of work with my gun budget on this thing. I've got other things that are in mind for the channel that are going to be coming up. So there won't be another Les Baer anytime real soon, but maybe someday as maybe a retirement present to myself or something, I'll get another one.
But there will be a PPQ and 45 ACP coming real soon.
Yeah, I know a lot of you guys are interested in that Walther PPQ and 45 ACP. We are going to try to get our hands on one real soon and bring you a video. We'll see how the weather holds up around here. If it starts snowing and stuff, it makes it real difficult to get to the area where we go and shoot to make our videos. But we'll get our hands on one and do a tabletop. And then when the weather permits, we'll get out there and do a shooting video on it. You can attach some shooting video of this pistol to this video?
Yeah, your first time shooting it.
Okay. All right, guys, the Les Baer custom carry in stainless with an 8-round CobraMag. First rounds out of this pistol after buying it.
How does it shoot?
Perfect. It shoots really good. First mag down. Okay, the second magazine will be the mag that came with it, Les Baer magazine. Beautiful.
How does it feel in the hand?
It doesn't feel like it's moving around, but I'm telling you, it's shooting just right on. The sights are perfect right now, so I'm not going to change that at all. Les Baer custom carry in stainless. More shooting to come. Feels good. Feels really good. Very happy with it so far. 0 malfunctions. This is another one of those CobraMags. 8-round CobraMag. Okay. Actually reached it.
It's having a good break-in day. No malfunctions, no issues. Baer custom carry in stainless. Beautiful pistol.
Thanks for watching the video, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. And remember, your Second Amendment is worth protecting.